has appeared in the films Tommy Boy and Doc Hollywood. Currently, you can see her each Monday night in the CBS series Family Law. Please welcome Julie Warner. Thank you for coming back on the show.
Thanks
nice to have
for playing
you.
Julie, 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 Do You Love Me? I love that song.
That was my idea.
Was it?
No. I have no hand in the show anymore.
Really?
They dress me like a monkey and tell me to get out here. Now, you happy to be here tonight? You excited?
I'm very excited to be back, and I was very excited to meet Tim Russert. I was sad he had to leave, but he did sign my dry erase board.
Do you have a dry erase? Do you seriously have a dry erase board?
No, but I did buy one so that I could see, so he could sign it for me.
Do you like Tim Russert?
Yes, I was very addicted to watching him.
Right.
I find him to be very sexy. He's very smart.
I can't
Very
go along
funny.
with you on this. I'll go along with the smart and funny. I'm not going to go like, yeah, he's sexy.
See, all I need is smart and funny. You could look like a gargoyle, but if you're smart and funny, you're
smart
still
and funny, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I've got 1 out of 2. Now, how's your family doing? Everything all right?
Everything's good. We're in New York for the holidays with my son, my husband, my son, and I visiting my family. I'm a New York girl, so.
So it's nice to be back. It's an insane time of year to be here.
Yeah, the traffic's good.
It is so clogged right now,
Yeah.
especially around the Rockefeller Center tree. Everyone for thousands of miles comes and just stares at the tree.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's a tree! And I don't see the attraction myself, but as long as they're happy.
It's a cool tree, but you know, New York, I mean, there really is nothing like it. Driving through the park, it was very beautiful. But my son has not really experienced New York. Now he's old enough to do it. He's also at the age where he's starting to ask about body parts. You know, he knows the
So he's in his late 20s. That's the age I started asking about body parts. What? How old is he?
He's 3.5, and now he's starting to. He's
asking about body parts. Like, what do you mean?
Well, you know, he's noticing the difference between boys and girls. So, for example, he knows that I'm a girl, and
he's doing well.
I think he passed. Yeah. And so, since he started asking, he sees me naked sometimes.
Do you just walk around naked in the house?
No, but it is, you know, that's his perk for being my kid, you know, sometimes. And I
like that way of putting it.
Thank you.
Hey, kid, have a little treat, huh? Wow! Here's a little pick-me-up for you.
Okay, that's sick.
That is sick. You're the one that said.
No, but your kids.
You've been a good boy today.
You can't help it. Sometimes your kids see you naked.
I will never be naked. I am never naked. I have never been naked. I will never be naked. There is no chance when I have kids that they will ever see me naked. They'll never see it. It'll never happen. Yeah. Anyway, that's just me.
That will change. That will change. He saw, for example, my nipples. He said, "What are those?" I said, "Nipples," and then I showed him his nipples, and he was so excited. Now he shows people, "See, here are my nipples." And he
wanders the streets in a raincoat.
You know, he saw my vagina, and I said,
"Hello,
this is mommy's vagina." And you have to say it. You have to. Every parent knows you got to say it. And make.
What do you mean you got to say it? You don't have to say it.
What are you gonna say?
I don't know. You don't have to. I mean, no one ever said vagina to me when I was a kid. Seriously, I never heard that word. I'm still a little cloudy on things.
Okay, well.
So what do you mean you have to say it? You mean it's good to not show any fear or repression?
Exactly. We're also potty training him, so you have to teach by example. Sometimes you have to let them see you go to the bathroom. You can't make it like a scary thing. So
this is a weird household you're running. This is a weird household.
No, other parents.
It's like the Addams Family.
I said, "Mommy's going to make pee-pee," and he said, "Are you going to use your vagina?" And I said, "Yes." Haven't figured out another way to do it. Gonna use it.
I love the way he says that. And I'm gonna make pee-pee. Will you be using your vagina? I love the way he talks.
You'll see, things will change if you ever have children.
There's such, you don't use other words, you always use the medical word?
No, because all the other words for female body parts are horrible.
Like what?
How about labia? That's a nice word. Vulva? That's a horrible word.
Vulva sounds like a really cool Swedish car. Try the new Vulva with 4-wheel traction. Oh, sorry. So those other words you don't like?
Yeah, areola. Not a good word. It's
nice.
Bad.
And a good name for your daughter, probably. Come here, areola. It's pretty,
I'll think
actually.
of it. Yeah, well, that'll be nice for you. I'm sure you're gonna. Yeah, you're gonna hook a lot of women with that one.
Well, the name Conan was difficult, so.
Yeah, but Conan's it's a strong name.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Pretty macho, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
You finding me sexy right now?
Of course.
Thanks for going along with
You've got that Clinton Esquire position going right now. He sits with his legs spread apart.
I'm sitting like this. This is how I'm sitting right now. Is that bad?
With the tie hanging down. Everything is very phallocentric.
What?
Very, very phallocentric.
Wait a minute.
It is. Come on. Look at how he's sitting.
What if I wore a tie that had an arrow going down? And it said, check me out in lights. You mentioned the president. You have a friend who works for the president. Is that right?
Yes. This great guy, Josh King, he used to be the head of the advance team for Clinton. And he got us a special tour of Air Force One. And Jackson, at the time, was 3 months old. And I didn't really want to go. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning, but my husband really wanted to go. We went. We got this great tour. They take everything away from you. You go through like 4 security checks. And my biggest fear was Jackson was going to make a poop. My whole segment is about like body parts.
I've done nothing. I have sat back and I've watched
I'm so
you.
Sorry. So I was afraid he was going to make a poop on Air Force One. So I begged them to let me take a diaper. And
the Secret Service were worried about your diaper. What are you going to
inspected my diaper?
Smother the president with your diaper?
Inside the clean diaper, inspected it, made sure I wasn't smuggling anything.
Right.
Yeah, and then they said okay. And then after we got the tour, then Clinton arrived, and he is a very sexy man. I gotta say it, just a sexy guy. I'm gonna be sorry to see him
Russert,
go.
all the.
Yeah. And then I took a picture with him holding the diaper.
And
yeah.
Did you ask to use the bathroom? And Clinton said, "Will you be using your vagina?" Will that be coming up?
That did not happen.
You know, Clinton is, I have met the man in person several times. I've broken into the White House, and he is, I'm not going to go along with the whole sexy thing, but he is really tall and very impressive in person.
He is.
TV diminishes people. On TV, I come across as some sort of milquetoast. But in person, physical dynamo. But, what do you mean no? What do you mean no? Pleasant odor I have. But he is sort of larger than life when you meet him.
He is. He made me weak in the knees, I gotta say. And he was on his way to Vegas. I don't really know why.
He does a show there now. He does a show at the Sands Hotel.
Yeah. He was wearing cowboy boots for some reason, with his suit. But it was kind of sexy. It was working for him. I kind of...
He was wearing cowboy boots with a suit?
I think he had something going with, like, the governor of Nevada, where they always wore cowboy boots with each other. I don't know what it was, but he was wearing cowboy boots, and he shook my hand, and he made that intense eye contact, you know, and hello, Julius, nice to meet you, and I was speechless.
You were like, hemana.
Yeah.
Right. Was Air Force One cool? Did you like it? I've always heard
cool.
there's all kinds of... I've never been on Air Force One, but I heard there's all kinds of really cool devices, and...
Yeah.
It's not like flying TWA. It's a whole other experience.
What was very cool is we got to go in to see where Clinton hangs out during the long flights. You know, he's this like big office with a bed in it. And then he's got this like... he does. And
he does.
And
he has a room, it's like Chuck E. Cheese with just balls in it. He like rolls around in.
He's got, but he had a CD player with like anybody would have, like a little boom box with like his favorite CDs. He had Fleetwood Mac, you know. It was just kind of
Barry
cool.
White. I love you. Yeah.
But it's very much like it was in that movie, Air Force One. It really did look. They really simulated that plane, and it was really cool to see it.
It's so cool to have you back on the show.
It's very
it's always fun talking to you. I never know what we're going to end up talking about, but it's always good. Family Law is on Monday nights at 10 o'clock on CBS. Julie, thanks a lot for coming.
Thank you.
Great to have you on the show. Julie Warner, everybody. 3 Doors Down coming up. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.